On behalf of my country, Nigeria, I congratulate you, Mr. President.
President Muhammadu Buhari makes his third and probably his most briefest address at the UN General Assembly. Unlike in previous speeches, he focuses more on external crisis than the problems at home.
The most pressing threat to international peace and security today is the accelerated nuclear weapons development program by North Korea. Since the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, we have never come so close to the threat of nuclear war as we have now.
In his last address to the Assembly, the President blew his administration's trumpet in putting up reforms aimed at diversifying the country's economy. He said the government was taking measures to reduce the cost of governance and increasing expenditure on infrastructure and ensuring environmental best practices in a bid to stimulate the economy, restore growth and accelerate recovery.
When our world faces a number of critical challenges,
his predecessor, Goodluck Jonathan, in his last address to the General Assembly, also played up Nigeria's successes and willingness to work with the international community to find long-term solutions to the problems plaguing African states. Africa, which has always been the center of Nigeria's foreign policy, has always been prominent in speeches made by Nigerian leaders, as expressed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who called attention to reform within the Security Council, telling the Assembly that Nigeria and Africa believes the Security Council should be expanded in the permanent and non-permanent categories to make it more representative, effective and acceptable. But perhaps Nigeria's most memorable moment at the UN General Assembly was her maiden speech to the world body on October 7, 1960. The day she was admitted as the 99th member of the organization. The Nigerian delegation was led by then Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa. Focusing on Nigeria's independence without bloodshed or bitterness, he called world attention to the crisis in the Republic of Congo, speaking in elaborate terms of the source and consequences of the violence. He played up the economic potential of new African states and the possible contribution to the world economy. Tafawa Balewa's speech mesmerized the Assembly as the newly born nation showed promising signs of becoming Africa's most powerful and prosperous nation. Amarachi Ubani, Channel Television News.